What's up, guys? Today we're going to learn how to make a proper fist. Alright, we're going to grab Sifu Amin and see what he has to say and maybe see if we can, apply it right away into our training. So that's something we're going to get into, not just right now, but how to maintain that proper fist even when you're throwing a punch. Alright, so we'll be right back. I'm going to grab Sifu Amin. All right.
Yeah, so what's going on over here?
Well, I just want to grab you for a second because sorry to take away from your training. I want to teach everybody about how to make a proper fist, and it's a question I kind of had for a little while. So if you could share that with us, that'd be great.
How to make a proper fist? That's a good question. That's probably very fundamental, and a lot of people get it wrong.
Okay.
How do you make the right kind of fist? I'm gonna get a little close to this camera. Is that okay? Can you hold my bang stick?
Sure.
Alright. So, you guys are going to keep your hand open like this for a second, right? And you're going to see that the natural instinct, some people actually think that they want to go like this and put their thumb inside and close. That's the worst thing you want to do. You never want to make this kind of fist because you'll hit someone and break your thumb. And the funny thing is, that's actually natural to do. When you're scared and you want to punch someone, the first thing you'll do is grab your thumb and try to hit them. Make a fist like that. Unless you've trained martial arts, you haven't really learned like the right way to punch. Unless you've read comic books, and your fear will make you do this. Even if you've seen this 100 times, you'll do this out of reaction. So that's one thing you gotta keep in mind. It's the wrong way to make a fist. Now, on higher levels of fighting, like Tai Chi or dealing with people's psyche and stuff, you'll make light fists that are like this and do all your work like this, okay? And it's not like a strong squeeze. It's very relaxed, not too relaxed, but it's pretty relaxed, okay? Putting the thumb this way creates a tension. Now, this is not what you want to do for Kung Fu. Kung Fu is going to be very hard, and there's two mistakes people make when they make this kind of fist. It's not just going like this, making this kind of fist and squeezing, okay? Because what generally happens is that your fingers will come down too low, okay? You'll grab too low, and you'll build up blisters in the wrong point, and it'll show, and everyone will see that you've been messing up your hands, and your hands will hurt every time you put your hands down somewhere, all that kind of stuff. So that's wrong. The other mistake is that people will clench up too much. They'll clench up like this point and try to make a fist, and then they're digging into their pads all hard and squeezing them. Now what you want to do is kind of like the first one. It's like this. You don't want to go that much. You just want to you want to put your fingers on your pads, okay, and then make a fist. So then they kind of slide. You're still squeezing the pad, but you're not bending your joints so hard. You got your hands on your pad, and then there's that little crease that's giving the pad cushion, so you have some leeway there. Then you can squeeze very hard, and you can your fingers will not build blisters in the wrong way, and they won't hurt, and you'll be able to actually hit something with like a rock really, really, really hard without hurting your hand as bad as you should, and with doing the sufficient damage that you're looking for. So, you feel that?
Yeah, it feels harder than normal, huh?
Mm-hmm. You see that? Okay, this is too much, right? Like doing this is like too much.
Bending too close.
This is too far.
This is too far.
People want to go like this, it's too far.
Okay.
People want to be like this, it's too much. You gotta kind of grab it, and then you got it, right?
So do you relax, gently place your fingers into your hand?
Yeah, you see that there's this pad here. You want to put your fingers on the pad. Okay, some people, the mistake is putting them above the pad. There's that line here. If you squeeze too hard, you'll be putting it above the pad.
Okay.
You want to actually put it on the pad. You see, you don't want to go too far. You don't want to go too high. You want to go right on the pad, and then make your fist.
Is it safe to say, so you know how your hand has lines, right?
Yeah.
Is it safe to say right above the top major line on your palm?
Like right on those lines, pretty much. Yeah.
On that top line.
Yeah, like your fingers will fall on both lines. Like half your fingers will fall on the one curving up. Like
okay.
Your two the pinky and the ring finger will go on the one that's curving up, and like these two will go like above the one that's curving down, kind of, you know. So.
Okay. And then you gently place it there, and then once it's there, you squeeze.
And squeeze hard.
Hard.
And you want to keep your wrist straight, so it's you know. You don't want to have a twisted wrist like this. You don't want your wrist to be twisted or whatever. You want to keep it straight. You know what I'm saying? From saying it needs to be straight. It shouldn't be like this or anything like that or like that or like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I learned from some of the teachers of Sistema that you can line up your knuckle with your wrist bone, like the bone of your wrist. Is that something you can pay attention to?
Yeah, that's exactly where you feel power. Because a lot of the stuff we're going to do Tai Chi Kung Fu is going to be like elbow, forearm, wrist, and finger work.
Ah, okay.
Most of the fighting we're going to do in defense comes with, this whole proportion of, the arm. So that's good tip.
Okay, cool. And how often, I mean, is this a practice in itself, like to get this basic fundamental down? Should I be making a fist every now and then?
Yes. To get good Kung Fu, to have a good fist so that you can start actually hitting things and having strength to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sitting in your horse stance, for example, you make that right kind of fist, You get your fist, you want to do like reps, like 1, 2, 3, you build up power like that. You can take it more slowly. You can use your breath, for example, and you can do it. But we can get into that later. So, all right, we just let people practice how to make a good fist. After they learn how to make a good fist, we can start teaching them how to
how to throw a punch.
Build the power.
How to throw a punch. That'll be the next video, you guys. All right. Thank you, Sifu.
You got it.
Here's your bang sticks.
Yeah.
And all right. So you guys, there you have it. How to make a proper fist. And you kind of learn the fundamentals of throwing a punch and, actually developing power in your hands. So that's the first thing that we really wanted to get into, and I'm glad we had that opportunity. So we're going to go over these basics. I'm going to have the next question, and we'll go over the next lesson in the next video. All right? Thanks, guys. Take care.